إن الحمد لله نحمده تعالى ونستهديه ونستعينه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. Amma ba'd, my dear brothers and sisters in Islam, our honorable and dear guests of today, I would like again to greet all of you with the best greetings in Islam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And it is indeed, for me personally, it's quite a challenge. I did not get used to stand in the front and in the presence of my great teachers and scholar, Dr. Muzammil Siddiqui. And somehow I thought that he would be giving khutbah somewhere else, but I find it very challenging and very humbling to be in his presence giving a khutbah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept it from all of us, and may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless him and his leadership and his great role in our society. My topic today in these few minutes with you is something actually considered to be the essence and the foundation of our faith, our religion. This whole concept of doing a good work. And this message especially, I will conclude it with a very important report about Muslims of America, their roles and their contribution and their engagement in the society at large, which will show how much our Islam, with its great teachings and ethics and foundations, could contribute to the betterment of the society that we are living in. And we represent the mercy and the future and the hope of the society that we are living in. I will take you in a journey through different verses from the Quran, and there are many, by the way, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is highlighting that concept of doing good, al-amal al-salih, or a good deed, and how Islam is inspiring that and encouraging that in every aspect of our life, either through our intention, our words that we speak, our actions. So I will start by a few verses from the Quran, and then we'll go through very specific concept that Islam is promoting. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala saying the Quran, يا أيها الذين آمنوا اركعوا واسجدوا واعبدوا ربكم وافعلوا الخير لعلكم تفلحون. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also is saying the Quran, and I will give the translation after a while. وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ وَيَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, وَمَا تُقَدِّمُوا لِأَنفُسِكُم مِّنْ خَيْرٍ تَجِدُوهُ عند الله هو خيرا وأعظم أجرا. And also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, and all this verse that we remember very well, فَمَنْ يَعْمَلْ مِثْقَالَ ذَرَّةٍ خَيْرًا يَرَى. The translation, O who you believe, bow down and prostrate yourselves and worship your Lord and do good, that you may prosper. And you can see always the iman and the worshipping of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala very much connected to doing good. Also Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, let there arise out of you a community, a nation, inviting to all that is good, enjoying what is right, and forbidding what's wrong. They are the ones that attain. And whatsoever good you send forth for your souls, you shall find it with Allah, better and greater in reward. And then I will conclude this part with this verse from the Quran. And then anyone who has done an atom's weight of good shall see it. So with this in mind, we can find the Quran and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through our faith and our foundation. And the reason I'm bringing that today in our presentation or our topic or our khutbah, because most of America is growing in number. They are much more now present, their voice much more heard. So we have to promote that. We have to show that we are a part and parcel of our society, and we do have the foundation that can make the society a better one to live in. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again is saying, so فعل الخير is almost a command from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَفَعَلُوا الْخَيْرَ لَعَلَّكُمْ تِفْلِحُونَ. So the falah, the success, is always associated with doing good. And do good that you may prosper. And doing good is never going to go astray. وَمَا يَفْعَلُوا مِنْ خَيْرٍ فَلَنْ يُكْفَرُوهُ. Of the good that they do, nothing will be rejected of them. And doing khair is not just a luxury. It is actually a real competition or a race. We are rushing to do the khair. Al-musara'a fil khairat. In the Quran, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking the believer to rush, to hurry to do the good work. It's not just to do a good work. Rushing. سارعوا وسارعوا إلى مغفرة من ربكم وجنة عرضها السماوات والأرض أعدت للمتقين. Be quick in the race of forgiveness from your Lord, and for a garden whose width is that of the whole of earth, of heaven and of the earth, prepared for the righteous. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with his describing those who fear him subhanahu wa ta'ala, this righteous, he's saying also about them, أولئك يسارعون في الخيرات وهم لها سابقون. It is these who hasten, they are rushing, they are in a hurry, they are quick in every good work, and these who are foremost in them. So rushing to do a good work. And then it is again, it's like a race, it's a competition. فاستبقوا الخيرات إلى الله مرجعكم جميعا. So strive as in a race, in all virtues. The goal of you all is to Allah. So you are not only invited to do a good deed, you are actually encouraged to rush, to hurry, to be quick, and also to do your best. It is a competition in khayr. فاستبقوا الخيرات إلى الله مرجعكم جميعا. And then, as I said earlier, it is a da'wah, it is a call. وَلْتَكُمْ مِنْكُمْ أُمَّةٌ يَدْعُونَ إِلَى الْخَيْرِ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that as a request, as a command. It is not, again, up to us. It is part and parcel of our faith. Let there arise out of you a community inviting to all that is good. And while Islam is encouraging all of that and creating that energy and that kind of excitement about the concept of doing a good, also is condemning those who are preventing the good from happening. And there are several verses of the Quran. I will choose just one of them, which is very severe in the punishment of those who are forbidding or hindering of doing good. ألقيا في جهنم كل كفار عنيد مناع للخير معتد مريب. Do cast into hell every rebellious rejecter of God, of Allah, who forbade good, transgressed, all bound, cast doubt and suspicious. Can you see how that character, how the description of that evil character in a human being to be rebellious, to reject Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and connected to that, to forbid or to hinder or to isolate or avoid or prevent a good from happening on earth. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the very famous verse from the Quran, while He is calling us to do good, also is asking us to avoid joining hands in doing ithm and udwan. وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ. You help one another in righteousness and piety, but do not help one another in sin and transgression. Having given that introduction and tell you that few words from our Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the Prophet used to say, "Ad-dallu ala al-khayri kafa'ilih." Whoever will guide and lead to a good work as if he is already did it. And he used to say, even "Man kana yu'min billahi wal yawm al-akhir falyaqul khayran aw liyasmut." Even the word, that one who will really believe in the day of judgment and in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, either he will say a good words or to keep silent. So the action, the intention, the work, all of that go around in this beautiful symphony of doing a good deed on earth. And having said that, I'd like to give you a good news or a real report, a good story about Muslims in America and their contribution to the society that they are living in. Last year, in 2009, President Obama announced a new initiative, United We Serve. He called upon the faith-based institutions to work together to serve their society. The president wanted to change the tragedy of September 11th from that moment of sadness in our history to be a moment of rejoining hands and serving the society at large. He called the Americans to participate in our nation's recovery and renewal by serving in our communities. And this period was from June 22nd till September 11th. This was the period of that initiative. In response to that, a group of Muslim Americans led by Dalia Mujahid, Sister Dalia Mujahid, maybe you heard of her, who is the member of the White House Advisory Council on Faith-Based and Neighborhood Partnership. That initiative took place, and they initiated a national campaign, United We Serve, American Muslims Answer the Call. And subhanallah, that beautiful concept to encourage Muslims and to empower them to be part of that call and to join hands with the whole nation, they join hands, and during ISNA Annual Convention last year in July, 4th of July in particular, a major announcement to more than 20,000 people was there to initiate that great work. And subhanallah, the aim of that campaign was to raise or to reach to 1,000 individual day-long service projects. The commitment of Muslims to this project was to initiate and to report and to become more involved in 1,000 individual days-long service projects, where at least 25% of that to be carried out in cooperation with another faith-based community. On September 11th, the day where the report was supposed to be announced, let me share with you that beautiful and wonderful report and achievement. On September 11th, the campaign achieved more than 3,600 individual days of service in America to serve the society that we are living in. When they committed 1,000 individual day-long service day, they thought that they were very ambitious, and 1,000 is quite a big contribution, and 25% of that will be in a cooperation with another faith-based. The report came very